Here, post-game on the Kings Broadcast Network, Jordan Kiss with Assistant Coach Michael McNiven. A 4-3 loss in overtime today for the Kings. A hard-fought game. Your guys up late can't hold on to the lead and just couldn't muster anything in overtime. But overall, what were your takeaways from tonight's game, Michael?
I think for back-to-back games, I think we played a pretty strong game. I think, we had opportunities, and so did they. Fleming had a pretty good game with 40-odd shots, and just a bad bounce at the end of the third there, and then obviously we were short in overtime.
Yeah, I think looking at the bigger picture, it's an overtime loss, but at the end of the day, back-to-back, I think, good games, and let's look ahead to this look back, I should say, on this first period. Scoreless, pretty even, but tons of power play opportunities in that first period. 0 for 5 in the first period, although 3 of them ended early, but obviously you had some chances there to get on the board early and just couldn't manage to do so.
Yeah, we tried a few different things on the power play, and it just wasn't working. I think for next time we just got to get back to the basics there, a shooting mentality, and just dig away in front of the net and bang home a gritty goal.
Second period, Langley opens the scoring once again, obviously, but it's nothing new for the Kings team. But second half of the period, things started to turn around, and that started with a goal for Joel Purdom, and that, a huge boost for him, get his first goal, and that really kind of set the tone going into the third period for you guys.
Yeah, Purds had a beautiful shot, obviously across his body, top shelf. I don't think it could have been any more accurate. So, it was definitely a stepping stone in the game for us to build on, and I think the guys did just that. So. Moving forward, we got to learn to take momentum where we can, whether it's a big hit, a goal, or a good play. So, just a tough end result.
And then you add on to that score, make it 2-1. Calvin Beard, another goal. What a weekend for him. 4 points as every game now. Calvin just seems to be getting better and better and getting more confident with each minute he plays.
Yeah, 100% when he's out there. He can play on both sides of the puck, in the offensive zone and the D zone as well. And he's definitely stepped up his game here the last couple weeks, and hopefully he can continue it down the road.
Well, you go into the third with a 2-1 lead, and you get off to a perfect start. Christian Morrow scoring just seconds into the period, and you couldn't ask for anything more to start the period already up 1 goal.
Yep. I think it was a great team effort, like I said earlier, and it was just a really tough outcome at the end. That's it.
And Langley able to get within 1, and then the point of the game that's really looming over the final result. Ryan Arnold, a good confident play to make a play towards the net, puts it in. However, it is waved off, and what could have been 4-2, it remained 3-2 for the Kings.
Yeah, tough bounce again. Definitely thought it should have been a goal. Obviously the refs got together and talked. It's unfortunate we didn't have the video review, because I think it would have been a different call at the end of the day. And that's just how the game goes. Sometimes you get the bounces and sometimes you don't. And we had a little bit of both today, and obviously at the end it wasn't on the right side.
And that kind of seemed to affect the rest of that third period. I think from that point on, Langley kind of maybe had a little bit boost in their game as they caught a big break. Did you feel that shift in the game after that disallowed goal?
Not so much. Our bench was still going. I thought we were pretty positive, and we had our eyes on the objective there, and I thought the guys did a good job at sticking with it, and especially in overtime, guys were getting tired and getting beat down, and I think that was maybe the end result there at the end. Guys were a little tired, stuck on the ice too long, and it's just an unfortunate ending there. Yeah,
Langley does manage to tie it at the end of the third period. You go to overtime, back and forth, a little bit back and forth overtime. You have the possession a number of times, but you just couldn't really generate anything, especially when the puck was when it was in your own zone. And you mentioned guys maybe a little fatigued, but what was there in overtime? Because you guys did have the opportunities to make some plays with the puck.
Yeah, I think we did. It seemed like we couldn't get 100% of control of it in the offensive zone, so it was a little tough. And they did hem us in a little bit in our end as well. And I think that's what it came down to: who lasted the longest and who could finish out the game there. And like I said, I think we were just a little tired at the end, and we came up a little bit short.
Well, regardless of the overtime loss, you still got to consider this a pretty good home weekend. You pick 3 of 4 points here against the Langley Rivermen.
Yeah, it's definitely a change of scenery on the weekend for us. I think the guys should definitely be proud of themselves this weekend, stepping up and bringing a different level of hockey this weekend, which was awesome. And hopefully we can just build off this going back this week and having practice after our day off tomorrow and just getting ready for Saturday night's game as well as the showcase shortly after that.
Yeah, you definitely got a very busy schedule coming up. I want to talk a bit about Cooper Fleming. You talked earlier about how well he played, faced over 40 shots, and I know you've been working very closely with him. And I think it's great to see kind of for him to take a step up in his game tonight.
Yeah, definitely. I think with the new systems and everything we went over this week, it definitely helps out the goalies a lot. It limits the odd man rushes and stuff like that. So I think him coming into this game, he was feeling pretty good and he looked pretty good through and through. So. I've been somewhat happy with his play so far, and I think the only way is up for all of us. And like I said, just coming in this week, having a good week of practice, and getting ready for those big games coming up the following weeks.
Yep, and again, this team continues to make progress. I think the steps may be a little smaller than we want, but I think I talked to you about this after the game on Saturday. We saw a step forward for this Kings team this weekend, especially with the defensive play. What's the next step that needs to be taken going into the games next week?
I think it's just really nailing down these systems that we've brought in last week there, and I think that I think things will be better. I think it already is trending upwards, and I think there's more room for us to go forwards, and just coming together as a team and really trying to figure it out here and keep a consistent play going.
And then lastly, today was the BCHL debut of Powell River Zone, Kyle Mayenberg. We saw him in limited action out there. I think he was on ice for a goal. How did you see his game today?
I think when he was called upon and he went out on the ice, he did his job. We told him just to keep it simple and just get through the game and have fun. Enjoy it at home. It's not every day. I remember my days when I got to play in Georgetown, my hometown, and what I grew up watching, and I think for him that's an amazing feeling. And yeah, I thought from my point of view on the back end there, I thought he did a great job moving the puck and getting in the play, getting in a little bit more ice throughout the game. And it was great to have him back. It's nice to see the kid again.
Well, the Kings are back at home. One game next week as they take on the Cranbrook Bucks next Saturday, a 5 o'clock puck drop here from the Hat Park Arena. Michael, I appreciate your time here post-game. We'll talk to you again in the near future.
Thank you.